I've done a live stream from this place before, but I'm just gonna take a little walk around, show you guys. There's of course that home you guys know with the two beautiful sable minor and the Yucca rostrata. This place is just near my home, and then I'm gonna take a walk down. There's some cool prickly pear growing in the front yard, and then there's that awesome apartment building that I haven't actually seen in a while with a bunch of eucalyptus out front. So we'll go take a look at that and see how it goes. Can't wait for that. So yeah, it's about last I checked it was like 27 degrees, might be about 28, 29 right now, but it's certainly not a warm day, but yeah, also not awful, I guess, you know. Got to like 14 last night, so it was a cold night. I think the lowest so far is about 12 or 14, so somewhere between 12 and 14. So it's been cold. James Tropical, it's great to see you. How are you? Great to see you in here. Thanks for joining. How's it going? You're in, now remind me, you're in Ontario? Are you in Ontario? Remind me if I got that wrong, but I've seen your videos lately, and I love seeing all those awesome exotic plants that you have. Everything looks great, and yeah, you got great content. I love what you're growing. Awesome. But yeah, I'm here in DC. You can see we got some snow on the ground. It's actually been a pretty snowy winter, all things considered. I mean, we've gotten at least 3 pretty significant snow events. So yeah, that's a lot of snow for us. Some winters we get no snow pretty much. Some winters we just get like, last winter we got like a dusting and that's it. But yeah, Central Utah. I'm so sorry. I'm confused. There's another guy named, I know there's James Palms in Ontario, but I swear I think there's another guy named James in Ontario. There's a lot of James in Ontario, but my bad. Sorry, Central Utah. That's a incredibly beautiful place. I think I've seen. Are you on Palm Talk? Because I've seen some posts of someone in Central Utah, and I've seen your videos, of course. But yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, it's that's so cool, and it's so beautiful out there. I was out there over the summer, and that area is just incredibly gorgeous, and amazing place. I've been to Arches, Capitol Reef. No, Capitol Reef's the only one I haven't been to. I've been to Arches, Canyonlands, Bryce and Zion national parks in Utah. All incredibly beautiful places, and I don't know actually which is my favorite. I loved them all. Just amazing places. It's really a heavenly landscape out there, and I love the Southwest. I'm just an incredible. I really want to hope to live there when I'm older. It's just an amazing place. Really amazing. Across here. All right, let's do this. Bit of snow and ice on the ground here, gotta be careful. Hey, Palm Tree Dude, great to see you on here. It's yeah, it's great to see you. How's everything going in where you are? Are you in back in at university, or are you back at college, or are you in at your home in near Richmond? Because I've seen your posts of the palms at your place look amazing. Look really amazing. And by the way, Palm Tree Dude, I don't know if it's your college, but you should check iNaturalist and just like look at palms in Virginia, because someone put a post. I think it was labeled as a needle palm, but it's actually a windmill palm. But they posted it's at some college in southwestern Virginia, and I feel like it might be your college. I don't know if it's your college or another college, but yeah, just search up palms on iNaturalist, and it should come up. I think it was labeled under needle palm, but yeah, someone put a picture of an actual palm growing outside at one of the colleges in I don't know if it was Blacksburg or some city in southwestern Virginia. Definitely check that out, because I was surprised. I thought it was you that posted that, but it was some other user, which is super cool. Love seeing I feel like southwestern Virginia has a great palm climate, and I wish more people would try them out there. It's like the Smoky Mountains. I mean, it's basically the Smoky Mountains. Here we are, folks, our first destination. Check this out. Is this amazing or what? Gosh, just spectacular with the snow on it. Oh my God. So beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous sable minor palm. Looks like it's gotten a bit overpruned. They took off a green stalk here, it looks like, but all things considered, I mean, it's very well taken care of. Oh wow, there's a whole seed stalk here. Might have to take this. Look at that. Is that cool or what? Love it. Love it. And there's another seed stalk. The seed stalk's actually snapped, I guess, maybe under the snow or I don't know what, but yeah. I'm gonna put that in my bag. Oh, there's actually a lot of seed on this thing. It's actually shot out more seed since I was last here. Look at these, by the way, look at the size of the stalk. It's leaning over here. This thing is like, at least like a probably 8 or 9 foot, 10 foot stalk. I mean, it's huge. And these fronds, wow, that is a seriously bent over frond. It's amazing because the snow, obviously sable minor are 100% bulletproof here, but the snow can really weigh them down. And my sable minor actually, it didn't get cold damage, but it got like a little, the fronds got a bit torn from all the snow and ice. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. Hey, Pudge Gaming, great to see you in here. Here in Northwest DC, just a couple miles from my home. I live just across the border in Maryland, but yeah, we're here in DC. This looks like a loblolly pine, by the way. I feel like I'm, with the dwarf palmetto and the loblolly pine, I feel like I'm in, you know, in the Southeast. Beautiful, beautiful tree. I just love that. The look, especially at the top with all the cones, just spectacular. My phone, by the way, the camera is terrible, and I have an iPhone. iPhone quality is great. Actually, they have incredible quality, but mine, I cracked the, you know, I was actually on the Channel Islands hiking. Beautiful, beautiful area out in California. One of the most amazing places, but my phone dropped perfectly out of my pocket onto a rock that just perfectly cracked the lens. It's amazing because I've dropped my phone plenty of times, but just perfectly in a bad way, cracked, dropped in a way to crack the lens. Look at this, by the way. I've been meaning to make a video about this, and I'm going to soon, about how Magnolia Virginiana, which, by the way, I'm embarrassed to say, I only very recently found out this is a native plant. I thought it was only native up into southeastern Virginia, like so many subtropical and evergreen species are, but this is actually a native broadleaf evergreen. I mean, you know, there's very few of those here. And gorgeous, gorgeous trees, and I mean, they're, you know, a bit thinner trunks, and I guess you could say a bit less spectacular or stately as southern magnolias, but still beautiful trees. And I've been meaning to make a video because I was in Cincinnati, which is zone 6, over Christmas, of course, and were all pretty much had lost their leaves by that point. You know, there's a few leaves still on them, but they were all brown. And these are sort of what you call, I don't know what you call them, like climate deciduous trees, like where they're basically deciduous in cold climates and evergreen in warm climates. And here they're evergreen. I mean, as you can see, this one, you'll see some that are more, it's almost like musabaju as they sort of start to lose their, you know, as they start to go dormant for winter. You'll see the more green ones are always in more sheltered spots. So you can see, obviously, it's lost some of its leaves, but still plenty of green in there. And Magnolia Virginiana is, in fact, evergreen here, and especially the, you know, plenty of the ones, that's actually one with a bit less leaves than most of the ones I've seen. But yeah, no, they are evergreen here, and there's some gorgeous specimens that are still completely fully green here. So I'm meaning to make a video because it's an interesting sort of what you call a semi-evergreen or semi-deciduous. Basically, they're deciduous depending on the climate, and they're native up to Long Island apparently. But no, they're native here, and what was I gonna say? There's actually these magnolia bogs that I've never been to, but in very southern DC, on the border with Maryland, the southern DC border with Maryland, there's this park there, and there's like a bunch of magnolia bogs where you have wild stands of sweet bay magnolia, Magnolia Virginiana, and also lots of rare ferns. And like just seeing it, I mean, our forests here, I'm just so used to the deciduous forests here, with some exceptions. There are some few remaining pine savannas in the area, but most of them have been logged and then re-colonized by deciduous trees, which is super sad. But seeing, like, you know, native evergreen magnolias would just be such a strange and awesome thing, and I'd love to go down there at some point to these magnolia bogs because they're incredible ecosystems, most of which unfortunately have been developed over, but I would just love to see that. And I'm gonna actually take my backpack off, guys. I have a plastic bag, I guess for seed and stuff. And also there's a prickly pear up there, and I may end up taking a pad off, even though probably not supposed to, but you know what? It won't harm the plant. I just love that about prickly pears. But yeah, I'm just gonna get some seed. Let's just open my bag up for a second. Beautiful, beautiful plant. These sable minor are amazing. Sorry, there we go. Oh, it's hard with one hand. But yeah, sorry, I'm not reading your guys' comments. Let me go back to this. Blacksburg, yeah, awesome. Yeah, I thought you were in Blacksburg. I don't know if maybe it is your college, Palm Tree, but definitely check on iNaturalist. Look, just search up palms and then in Virginia, and look in southeastern Virginia. There's only a few posts there, but there's someone posted what is actually I believe a windmill palm growing outside, labeled under needle palm at one of the colleges there. So definitely check that out. Super cool. I'll have to look. There aren't any palms outside that I know of on campus itself. There are some big ones in buildings at college. Oh, that's awesome. Big Mexican fan palm. That has a lot. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you're talking about a lot of seed, but yeah, this sable minor, it almost seems like it put out seed since I was last here, which would be surprising. But yeah, the seed stalks, I guess, collapsed under the weight of the snow. But they're huge. I mean, just look at the size of this palm. Just look at the size of the base of the palm. It's just incredible. So exotic looking. Love it. Yeah. Dufrans, good to see you on here. It's been a while. Yeah, great to have you back here. Yeah, of course. And yeah, this is quite a cool location. 14 inches of snow, NJ Palms. Is that right? Jeez, we got like literally like 1, maybe 2 inches. You can see this is just about what we got. Yeah, you can see very, very small amount. Really much hasn't melted much, so that is crazy. It hasn't really been above freezing at all since it snowed. So I mean, a little bit yesterday, but not much. Is this my plastic bag? All right, here. I got this bag for seeds, and I'm gonna be filling this thing up with seeds. Seed right here. I thought there were some seedlings down. Oh, there are actually. Yeah, there are in there. Is that a seedling? No, that's not a seedling. I thought it was, but it looked almost damaged. But no, that's not a sable minor seedling. I don't know what those are down there. Some other plant, but I'm surprised actually there aren't more seedlings here. By the quantity of seed that this palm produces. All right, I'm gonna read through your guys' comments. And 14 inches, that's crazy. I guess the Pinelands got a lot of snow. Yeah, you guys up there, New York, New England, New Jersey, I guess, got a ton of snow. That's insane. Yep, Magnolia Virginiana, yeah. This is that's what this one is. Sweet Bay Magnolia. Very, very common landscape trees here. Pretty rare in their native state, but there are actually native magnolia bogs. That's what they're called in the DC area, which is pretty incredible. Just shows you we're not subtropical. A lot of people say we are. Köppen climate classification lists DC as subtropical. It also lists Cincinnati as subtropical. We are certainly not subtropical, but we can grow a lot of subtropical plants. And there are some subtropical plants, like the loblolly pine and like the sweet bay magnolia, that are native to the area. Loblolly pine is native to the eastern edge of the DC area, out near Annapolis, the capital of Maryland, that area. Got a lot of snow here. Well, most of my garden plants are buried in the snow, but luckily I brought my tropical plants, and awesome. Yeah, definitely smart to bring any tropical plants. I don't know where you are. Actually, Pudge Gaming, where are you? What's your location? But yeah, if you got snow, you should probably bring some of your tropical plants in, because tropical plants cannot take as much snow. Some tropical plants can, but yeah, that's awesome. Had trouble transplanting magnolias I found in the woods. Oh, wow. Dufrans, where are you? What's your location? Because that's pretty cool if there's magnolias growing in the woods around you. It's interesting because I've actually found some naturalized southern magnolia recently. They naturalize on the side of the highway sometimes in like a couple of patches of woods, but it's funny because they're so incredibly common here. I bet if I look around, I could find one. Southern magnolia, there's definitely, pretty much every street has one. Yeah, there's one right there. Young one, but there are huge ones everywhere. And it's funny because they're so non-invasive. Like they don't naturalize very easily, which is, I guess you could say good, because people will never consider them invasive. But it'd be kind of cool to have naturalized southern magnolia here. But I found a couple on the side of the highway in some patches of woods, but pretty rare. Yeah. Native, but they don't hold. Yeah. Exactly. They're definitely native to the Pinelands where you are. Yeah. Once you get further north, colder climates, they do tend to lose some of their leaves. In DC, occasionally they'll lose some of their leaves, but not much. All right, I gotta get my bag. I got a whole bag of dried sable minor seeds that's just been sitting in my basement that I gotta start naturalizing, because I gotta go out to I'm gonna go hiking at some point, and then what I do is just go out to some random hiking spot and bring sable minor seeds, and I've only done that a couple times, but I keep meaning to make an update video on the seedlings in the woods near me, which I will do, but it's just been, it's been a while since I've done that. All right, here, Piedmont region of NC. Awesome. Piedmont of NC. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's That's a great location. There's definitely magnolias out there. Stable Miner's native, not far away from you, I'm sure. Probably some carnivorous plants in those bogs too. Definitely palm tree, dude. Definitely some carnivorous plants. I'd love to go out there. Any sign of past blooms on the Yucca rostrata? Let me see. It doesn't look like it. It's possible. But no, I think these ones are too young. And there's actually a second one back there. I don't know if you can see under that Stable Miner frond. There's a second Yucca rostrata. You can just see the base of the trunk there. But yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's bloomed yet, but there are some big ones, and I'm actually about to upload a video tomorrow. I strategically upload my videos across a couple days just to spread it out, but I'll have a video coming, spoiler alert, of the big, huge, double-headed Yucca rostrata at the Smithsonian Castle right next to the windmill palm. So that is awesome, and I can't wait for that. East Cinerea has taken a lot of damage. Wow. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Got it. Yeah, your eucalyptus cinerea is unbelievably gorgeous, and I'm sorry to hear it's taken some damage, but yeah, it's that's what happens every couple of years, and they can die back all the way to the ground, and they'll grow back. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Jeez. Yeah, mine's taken the slightest bit of browning, but really not much damage at all. Yeah, I'm about to actually go to, by the way, guys, I'm about to walk to an apartment building filled to the brim with eucalyptus. So yeah, stay tuned for that. What time is it? 1:23. Okay, got it. Coastal New Jersey near Barrier Islands. Oh, wow, that's awesome, Pudge Gaming. Coastal New Jersey near Barrier Islands. Wow. That's funny because my grandparents, my relatives live in coastal New Jersey, where I go out and I have videos of palms there. It's in northern New Jersey near like what's it called? There's well, they live like near Asbury Park, but there's like the Barrier Island up there, Cape, what's it called? Forgetting the name of it, like on the very northern New Jersey Barrier Island. But that's super cool, beautiful area out there, and you've got some awesome pine forests, which is so cool. A lot of New Jerseyans here. 7 Fahrenheit. Wow, that's crazy. You guys definitely get a bit colder, at least this winter. I would think overall maybe you're a bit milder, but since you're a bit inland, the New Jersey coast is a lot milder than inland. Lowest so far here is about 12 or 14 Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Got to 14 last night, so quite cold. Got to 39, by the way, in Miami. Got to 28 in Orlando, and apparently got to 20 in Tallahassee. So Florida got hit hard. Looks like the cold rolled right down, but somehow didn't actually hit us too bad. 14 is pretty cold, but you know, considering like 39 in Miami. I mean, but the cold's amazing how it just rolls right down. Not enough mountains to keep the cold out, and that wet climate can just hammer the entire East Coast. I mean, that Florida just got hit hard. I'd be surprised to see how the wax palms, you know, some people can grow wax palms and they will get damaged in a bad winter in Miami, but some people can grow them. You know, Stachys renda. Is it Redna or Renda? I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see how they did, because 39 Fahrenheit is really pushing it for a wax palm. They're probably the least hardy palm in the world. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm sure, you know, there'll be posts on it on Palm Talk. Bro sent me a photo of Smithsonian Yucca rostrata. Oh yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna upload a video of it tomorrow. I just took a video of it, and I have a picture of me standing next to it. It's insane. There's tons of Yucca rostrata there at the Smithsonian Castle. There's this one that has 2 heads on it, and it's probably about 15 feet tall. It's insane. Heading to Orlando next month. Wow. You know what? It's so funny because I was gonna take a trip down. I'd love to do a road trip this summer down to Florida, or at least into the southeast, and I actually literally going to bring a shovel and try digging out some Stable Miner. I would never dig out an endangered palm. You should never dig out, you know, you should probably never dig out any palms, but if you're in an area, don't do it in a parkland or any protected land. But if you're in like some patch of woods and there's like palms just like lining the floor of the forest, that's fine. But yeah, never, you got to be careful what you do, because I mean, it's funny because I would love to do that, but yeah, Stable Miner and Stable Palmetto certainly, but yeah, like endangered palms, there are a lot of people that take endangered palms or cacti or whatnot, but yeah, definitely, that's awesome. Yeah, have fun. That's yeah, the root system are sensitive. They're a bit hard to transplant, but yeah, that'd be interesting to see. I might just hit up a local nursery. Definitely. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm definitely easier to hit up a local nursery and spend, you know, $30 to get a beautiful specimen that'll survive than, you know, spend so much energy digging out one that probably may not. Yeah, I want a kind of big leaf Magnolia. Oh, wow. Yes, 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 it is. I've seen those. There's some big ones here. They're native here. I don't know if they're native here, but that's really cool. They are gorgeous specimens, palm tree, dude. Yeah, definitely get a big leaf magnolia. Yeah, just buy one. Exactly, palm tree, dude. Great live stream. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Great to see you in here. Getting blasted here by Pineapple Express. Wow, 47 Fahrenheit. I'd love that. It's about it's like 29 or something here. So thanks for joining in, Joe. It's great to see you on here. And yeah, I'm here at this home. I'm just sort of standing around reading comments, but I'm taking some of the seed off the sable miner because you can see this thing produce a lot of seed. Look at the size of these stalks, by the way. Is this insane or what? Look at the stalk, which collapsed under the snow, but just crazy. The thing went up to like there. Thanks for joining in. 47 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's like around 29, 30, so it's cold. Yes, Tallahassee got really cold. Looked at Florida's lows from last night, and they weren't as bad as they seem to be trying to hype. Yeah, no, it was definitely not like Texas. It wasn't as bad, but I did hear Miami got to like 39, which is pretty cold, pretty darn cold. Yeah, they have strict rules there. Dig out, yes, you know what? I would love to dig out a Sereno repens, but apparently they're very hard to transplant and very finicky, so I'd be worried about its survival, but I would love to dig out one. And I'm gonna put the camera down for 1 second, and I'll read your guys' comments, but I'm just getting some sable miner seed here. Probably looks a bit sketchy, me. There's like a delivery truck by me. I'm just ripping seeds off this palm, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do to get the palm seeds. And I'm certainly willing to do what it takes. Can't go wrong with palms. Gotta love it. There we go. All right, sorry, let me read you guys' comments. Oh, their temps get back up fast. Yeah, Miami's back to like lows in the 70s and highs in like the high 70s already, basically, by like tomorrow. Yeah, their temps do bounce back up fast. Miami hit 6 Celsius. Wow, 6 Celsius, that's crazy. Yeah, I heard it got to like 39 Fahrenheit, which is probably, I don't know what that is in Celsius, maybe like 4 or 5 Celsius, but something around there, yeah. And then Orlando got even colder, obviously. Daytona Beach, all these places got hammered. Some records I heard, but I heard that some were gonna be record breaking. I don't know if that's actually true. All-time low in Tallahassee was -2 Fahrenheit. That's crazy. All-time low here, I heard, is -5, but supposedly in 1899, it got to -15, but there weren't really records back then. Lowest recorded was in 1982, January 17th, 1982, -15 Fahrenheit. Crazy, crazy cold. I was not alive then, but I've heard about it. Anyone ever check out mail order natives? Yeah, I've heard of that place. Yeah, I've heard of that place. I definitely love to check it out. And yeah, it's just amazing. There's a lot of good mail order palm nurseries and whatnot. But I've definitely heard of that place. All right, I'm just shoving this seed stock into my bag. I'm getting lazy. I'm not gonna rip off anymore, but there we go. You know, since it's already fallen over, I'm sure they won't mind, whoever owns this palm. But I gotta commend these people for planting palms, because this is an amazing planting here. Sorry guys, you guys are probably getting bored. Tomorrow Orlando will be back to 70. Wow, that's crazy. Orlando will be back to 70, and they have coconuts in Orlando, so you know, it's quite a mild climate. I've been there once when I was like 5. Went to Disney World with my family. Beautiful, beautiful place. 1899, they say Dallas got to -8. Wow, yes, supposedly DC got to -15, but the lowest recorded is -5. So I always say -5, but supposedly may have gotten to -15. Good Lord, look at the quantity of seeds on this thing. Look at this, just crazy. This thing, of course, the stock's gonna start to collapse soon, but oh, there we go. Yeah, this probably looks a bit sketchy, but you know what? I've kind of stopped caring about how sketchy it looks, because these seeds are just gonna fall anyways, so might as well collect some. And if I hope the people don't get mad at me if they notice me. Oh wow, look at that. There we go. Look at this. Sorry, there we go. All right, guys. There we go. I'm getting seeds all over the sidewalk here. I don't want these seeds to go to waste. All right, let me get my backpack. There we go. That's crazy. I can't believe that Dallas got that cold. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Crazy. It got below zero this year, so it's pretty insane. And it's crazy. Someone posted a picture of big washies there. Hi. And it's amazing, like, to see just how they did, because so many of them, you know, a lot of Folifera actually made it through the bad freeze, which is crazy in Dallas. I saw this guy posted a picture of some gorgeous, they got to be like at least 50, 60 feet Folifera in Dallas that I guess made it through fine last winter, which is just nuts because it got crazy cold. I mean, some of those Folifera survived like trachea killing cold temperatures, which is just unbelievable. All right, there we go. I feel bad. I've taken a large crop of these person's seeds, but I'm just gonna try to push the stalk up there. All right, there's a lot of seeds on the ground here. All right, folks, I'm gonna get walking. Yeah, I know. I wonder how accurate they are too. So I always use the modern readings in the last century, but supposedly it may have gotten down to -15 in DC. But one wonders. They have a picture on Wikipedia in the article about that 1899 winter, which was awful, of people having a snowball fight on the Florida state capitol steps in 1899, which is some kids having a snowball fight, which is pretty nuts, pretty awesome. But yeah, that's crazy cold. How are you, Beg? Oh, my bag sown seeds. Well, my Washingtonia Folifera I took out of the baggie. They're growing like weeds. It's amazing. Some of them that weren't like a week ago, I couldn't see them, have already emerged from the soil and got more coming up on their way. But those are already out of the baggie and doing well. And those are pure Folifera that I got straight from the source, from the big oasis, Thousand Palms Oasis in California. And yeah, no, everything's doing well. And I've got some Fortunae from New Jersey that I collected, some Sable Minor and Sable Birmingham seeds in the baggie currently. So no, all are doing well. Thanks for asking, and I'll let you guys know. None of them actually have germinated though. I haven't actually seen. Sables are pretty slow germinators, I found in the baggie. So that's what I found. But yeah, pretty interesting to see. And yeah. Dallas is interesting to me because they got some crazy low temperatures, but they warm up most of the time. Yeah, I know. It is interesting to me. You know what? Dallas, I think, is subtropical, quite honestly, because the Sable Minor is native there. Yeah, I think Dallas can easily be considered subtropical. But no, it is interesting to me, yeah. I didn't know they have alligators. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, they have some... Dallas is a pretty neat place, and I'd love to go there. I always thought Dallas was actually legitimately subtropical. But for actually accurate climate classifications of the eastern U.S., I recommend the Trewartha climate zone, I think it's called, which is less famous than Köppen. People use Köppen climate classification, but for at least the eastern U.S., I don't know about the rest of the world, but definitely Trewartha is more accurate. Jesus, look at this ice. I'm just going to very slowly walk across this. Yeah, definitely look at Trewartha. Trewartha, I think, yeah, Trewartha. Much more accurate, I found personally, than Köppen. because, you know, it lists DC and Cincinnati as subtropical on Köppen, which it definitely is not. Subtropics does not start until southeastern Virginia, probably around Williamsburg, and then, yeah, definitely Virginia Beach. Of course, subtropical, I think you've got native palms there. I think sable miner is native to Virginia Beach, or at least was before colonization. I mean, think about how much forest and how much, because Virginia Beach is so incredibly sprawling, and I'm gonna walk in the street because there's snow here. Virginia Beach is like so sprawling. Think about how much, what was I gonna say? Think about how much forest, how much of the ecosystem, the cypress swamps, the forest was cleared for the development of Virginia Beach. I mean, there's so many suburbs, so much sprawl, so many like tract housing neighborhoods. I mean, it's just, they cleared so much. I mean, even like 300-400 years ago, like around the time of Jamestown, they started clearing the forests. So they've been farming the lands there for centuries. I mean, obviously the Native Americans farmed it too, but they didn't clear cut the way that Europeans did when they started colonizing. So think about how long they've been logging the forests out there. I bet you sable miner was native, and there were reports of it in colonial times all the way up to Williamsburg. But some people think that the reports might have been yucca filamentosa or other yucca species, because there are, you know, of course, native yucca in Virginia Beach. But I bet you some of those reports were actually sable miner, because it seems like almost impossible that they weren't native there, because, you know, I mean, how would anyone know if, you know, 300 years ago there were native stands that were clear cut, because they started clear cutting like centuries ago. So you know, so much of Virginia Beach forests are second or third growth forests, and obviously so much has been cleared, and it's farmland and whatnot. So I bet you. And the guy at Pungo Palms said he's seen sable miner back in the woods, but he said he doesn't know if they're naturalizations or wild specimens. And I've seen some, but I think the ones that I saw were actually naturalized, or there's a one that was planted and then there was a little seedling near there. I can't say if it's wild or not, but yeah, it's interesting. Is this Wisconsin Avenue? I mean, Connecticut? Going over to Connecticut Avenue. Oh, here's the place with the prickly pear. This is what I was talking about. Wow, it's crazy how much this thing collapses in winter. Oh, look at that. Perfectly separated pad for me to take. Perfectly separated pad. Amazing. All right, guys, sorry. I'm going to put the camera down again. And I'll just be 1 second collecting this prickly pear pad. Oh, shoot. Where? I gotta see how I'm gonna do that, because these have some wicked glotches on them. Look at this gorgeous prickly pear here. Absolutely beautiful. But I gotta see how I gotta plan out how I'm gonna get this thing in the bag. I'm gonna get a stick. Huh, this is interesting. Oh well, they got more up here in the in a pot. Which species do you guys think this is? Because I'm terrible at ID of some of these bigger prickly pear species. But I don't know, it's got glotchids on it. It's got some bigger spines. But God, I want to get that pad there, but that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Huh? How am I gonna do this? Oh, huh. Let me stop for 1 second. You have anals and anoles and NC. Wow, that's crazy. Night anole, got it. That's awesome. Very, very interesting. That's really cool. I had no idea. They're native, pretty close, I think. That's amazing, though. That's really cool. Yeah, exactly. Palm tree, dude. Spanish moss, yeah. Bald moss, interesting. Green anoles, yeah, exactly. You told me about that in southeastern Virginia. Population near Richmond. Wow, that's crazy. Used to catch them with palm fronds tied to... What? palm fronds tied to nooses. They don't react. Wow. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Beautiful Atlas cedar, I believe, or it might be a deodar cedar. I don't know the difference between the two, but beautiful. And there's a little seedling here. Gorgeous trees. Native to like the Middle East and Eastern Europe, that area, Lebanon, whatnot. But beautiful, beautiful. Let me look at this. Perfect, perfect. See, I'm trying to get this pad out without. See, this pad perfectly detached here. Looks like it's brand new and gorgeous. The problem is though, if I put this in my bag, those glochids are gonna be vicious. Yeah, it's got some devilish spines on it. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna have to take my bag out. My bag. There we go. My bag's just becoming a mess, but it's okay. It's worth it, guys. It's totally worth it. Get these amazing plants. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Beautiful. Gotta love that. Look at that. Beautiful picture. Got it. Got it right in my bag. By the way, take a look at this. Is that amazing or what? The amount of seed stuff that I've got in there. Sometimes these glochids go through the plastic bag, which is not good, to say the least. But, yeah. Let me ask you guys, I have a question for you guys that I've been sort of wondering, because I don't want that pad to die. All right, awesome. Let's keep walking, guys. 144, all right. That's crazy. There's green anoles in near Richmond. Even if they were introduced, that's still crazy. Because they're really like tropical looking lizards. I've never seen any near here, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming years that they're introduced. I don't know if you guys saw that prickly pear pad, but that's pretty amazing. I have no idea what the species is, but I can't wait to plant it. Now, my question for you guys is, obviously those prickly pear are hardy here, and they're probably much hardier, much further north and much colder climates than here. So, whereas with the palm, you don't want to plant like a trachea, which are marginal here, in December because you want to give it time to become established. And, it can have like go into transplant shock, and if that happens during winter, that's not good. But obviously, this prickly pear are much hardier here. So, should I plant prickly pear now? Like could I plant it now and get it established, or should I wait? Should I wait to plant it until spring? Because I think if I planted it now, I think it would do fine because they're fully hardy here. But I also want to be safe, and I don't want it to die because I've had my other prickly pear. I had my cow's tongue pad. I planted that before winter, and it was already rotting. So that's obviously a completely different situation. But I want your guys' advice because I don't exactly know what to do, because I think you're not supposed to plant less hardy plants obviously before winter, but this is a completely hardy plant here. It's probably hardy to zone like 4 or 5 or something like that. So it's definitely hardy here. So I want your guys' advice on that. Speaking of southern magnolias, of course, no DC street or block is complete without a gorgeous southern magnolia. Gotta love it. Incredibly tropical looking plants, fully green here in winter, just insanely beautiful. And we might plant one soon. I don't know, but yeah, my mom's talked about it, so beautiful. All right, we're coming up on the apartment building with see, that's the kind of situation where, like, if you go by like a big clump of prickly pear and there's already one detached, I don't like cutting prickly pear pads off of people's clumps of prickly pear, even though obviously it will grow right back and it doesn't harm the plant. But that was already a detached pad, and it probably wouldn't have rooted in by itself because it was in winter and it was on its side. So if that pad would have just rotted on its own, obviously it's completely fine to take it because it's just on its side and it had fallen off. That's the great thing about a big clump of prickly pear is not only can you just take pads off, but you'll almost always find detached pads that have just naturally fallen off, and you can just pick them up and then root them in, and they'll root in completely so easily and fine. Beautiful southern magnolia there, towering over the house. Another Atlas or deodar cedar here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. How much salt they put down, by the way. It's atrocious how much salt people in DC put down in the roads. I don't know who manages, the city. They put down just way too much salt because it's crazy. It's like people here are so, we get so little snow that when it does snow, people are like putting down crazy amounts of salt, which of course just gets washed downhill into the river, into the streams, and pollutes it like crazy because that salt is awful for the water. Obviously, it just salinates our water sources and contaminates and pollutes them, which is just terrible. But yeah, that's kind of the story. Beautiful southern magnolia there as well. It just shows you how common they are. I mean, literally every street you'll have several southern magnolias at least. I mean, just incredibly common. There's some little seedlings under that one. I don't know if they're naturalized or what, but there's 2 little southern magnolias under that one. Just beautiful. Sorry, I'm reading your guys' comments. Be glad you don't have kind of weather in Boston. Oh, believe me, I think my lucky stars every day. I don't have Boston weather. No offense to anyone living in Boston. I think it's actually a beautiful city, and you could probably get away maybe with a needle palm there if you give it protection in a really bad winter. But the amount of snow and cold weather they have there is crazy. By the way, someone was saying recently, like, I never looked into it before, but someone mentioned like Nantucket apparently, or they mentioned Martha's Vineyard and also Nantucket, of course, because they're pretty good ways off the coast. They're like, I bet you could get away with a windmill palm without protection there. And I was like, no way. It's probably the same as Boston. But not only is it south of Boston, but it's off the coast. It's just like how you can grow coconut palms in Bermuda, even though it's like the same latitude as like southern South Carolina. It's because it's off the coast and it's so much milder and you don't have that cold air flowing right down the continent. So I look at the weather and someone said it rarely drops below 25 in Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket, which is not, it does drop below 25, but I looked at the weather and literally like that entire week, it like wasn't dropping below 25 and it was like 4 degrees in Boston or something. Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, and I think Nantucket might be a little milder even, are insanely mild compared to Boston. They're south of Massachusetts, south of Rhode Island. They're south of like pretty much all of New England, and they're off the coast, and it's just insane how mild they are. I bet you actually may be able to get away with a windmill pond there, of course in a shelter spot, because naturally these islands have pretty little forest. It's just basically like a plain, and it's very windy, so you want to get away, you don't want to put it in a sheltered spot, but you actually may be able to get away with one in a sheltered spot there, which I didn't believe at first, but it's insane, these microclimates in these islands. It's crazy mild. Compared to Boston, of course, which is not mild. But yes, I definitely agree with that. And by the way, Max, great to see you on here. I've been seeing your posts on Palm Talk. I didn't know, which are just insane. Are you still in Mexico, in the Yucatan Peninsula? Because it's just insanely gorgeous down there. Never been to Mexico, but it's probably honestly my top country in the world that I'd love to visit. Some incredibly beautiful places all over Mexico, especially down in the Yucatan Peninsula. Just amazing, the palms there and the weather, the beaches with all the Thrynax and of course coconut palms galore. Just insane. It is basically palm heaven. And not basically, it is palm heaven. What time is it? Let me check the time. All right, awesome. I used to live in Massachusetts. Never again. Yes. No, yeah, I could. That's sort of how I am with DC. Once I move away, I'm never coming back. I really hope to move away, even though obviously we can grow some palms here. It's just Southern California is where I'd love to be. Let's just say that. And it's amazing like how consistent the weather is there. You know, it's cool at night in winter, but you never really have a bad freeze because it's just a dry climate. You have mountains protecting it on all sides and then the ocean on the other sides. And it's just an insane climate. And it's like in the 55 degrees, like 50s lows every single day. And then, what's it called? And then lows in the highs in the 70s, like 75, 76 every day. Just amazing weather. All right, here we are, folks. Enough about Southern California. You don't need to be there to grow eucalyptus. You can be right here in DC. How do you like that? These things have grown like crazy since I last saw them. Wow. They used to be up to like there. These things were planted like a year ago, or not a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, but I mean, it's just insane how much they've grown. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trees. Now, I don't actually know the idea of this species, but my guess is that this is a, I don't think it's gunny eye. I think it actually might be neglecta, but I'm not sure. This is definitely cinerea, this one here. Beautiful species, beautiful, and amazing how undamaged it is. Perfect protected spot next to these apartment buildings here. Just amazing. And they have so many eucalyptus growing here. I'll go show you guys the rest, if they're still here, I hope. Little pine seedling here. Oh, there was another one here. Is it not here anymore? I swear there was another one here. Huh. I hope it's still here. There are more on the other side. I'll go show you guys now. But that's kind of strange. Maybe I'm wrong, but I did think there was another one here. You never know, though. But yeah, these ones are gorgeous. Magnificent, magnificent eucalyptus trees. I don't actually know the idea of these, but you guys can tell me. Plant in full sun and loose soil. Yeah, exactly. Do fronds. Now, should I plant the prickly pear pad now? Do you think it'd be fine if I planted it midwinter? Because it can take the temperatures. I just don't know in terms of like its roots becoming established and whatnot. Yeah, you let me know what's best because I'm happy to put it in a pot. Plant it all year round. Got it. I don't have any sand. What do you recommend? I mean, I can probably get some sand, but like some sort of loose soil. Water. Okay, got it. Azores is halfway up between the East Coast and Portugal. Yes, exactly. The Azores is amazing. Part of Portugal. Absolutely gorgeous and probably like one of the northernmost places you can grow coconuts. Water is the best moderator. Absolutely. Amen. That is true. Looking to try multiple southern magnolias right now. They get pretty big placement. But yeah, exactly. That's the thing is you got to place it in the right spot. But you can prune them up and keep them next to a building, and they'll actually do well. I swear there was a little eucalyptus here too. I don't know what happened to it, but hopefully the more other ones are still here. Anyways, yeah, definitely try Southern Magnolia, Trevor. But you do the size placement is definitely a good point because like eucalyptus, like Magnolia Virginiana, sweet Bay Magnolia stays much smaller, so you do want to consider the size when you're planting it because it will get big. But yeah, I've seen some big ones planted right up against an apartment building, and they look great. I'll tell you that. All right. Hey, Daryl, great to see you in here. Finland, wow. -5 Celsius, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it's gotten about to -5 Celsius. It's gotten down to -10, the coldest so far this winter, -10 Celsius. You got snow, we're coming into spring now. Wow, that's awesome, Dara. Definitely not gunny eye. Yeah, I was thinking maybe neglecta, but I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly, gunny eye is much skinnier leaves. Starts in March, that's awesome. Yeah, spring, I guess, very early spring. Starts at like the end of March here, but no, still cold. End of January. Is it the last day of January or second to last day? Something like that. That's awesome. Yeah, what kind of palms do you grow in Finland? Because -5 Celsius is really not that cold. If that's like the coldest, you can definitely grow trackies and stuff. On prickly pear, depends on your soil temperature. Children's play sand. Okay, got it. Yeah, I might go down to like there's a creek near us, just get some sand there. But that is awesome. Huh, so this eucalyptus here, it looks like they chopped, I don't know why they did this, but they chopped one of these stumps there, which is not good, but looks good overall. Cinerea. I don't know why. This is what so many people do in the area. They just like butcher them, kind of. You see how much they chopped this thing back? It was so much taller, but I don't know why they did that. Blooming new growth in my palms. That's crazy. No new growth here that I've noticed. My eucalyptus slows down like crazy for winter, but it trudges on, makes it through. All right, folks, I should actually go. I gotta get back. home pretty soon. But I appreciate you guys all joining in, and always great to see you guys on here. Sorry, it's a bit of a quicker live stream, but yeah, it's been great having you guys on here, and I just wanted to end here at this awesome eucalyptus apartment building because it's just amazing. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and take care. Still in disbelief, we saw 9 degrees. Oh my God, 9 degrees. Really does prove the hardiness of them. Crazy. We have not seen that kind of temperature. We've seen 12 or 14 is lowest so far, but 9 degrees, that's crazy cold. You in the DC area? Cat 631? No, you're not. You're in Oregon, right? Am I wrong? Normally the coldest we get is -20. Oh, wow. -20. Wow, that's crazy cold. Bye, Maple. Great to see you on here. See you. Thanks, Dara. Great to see you. Hey, Cincy Tropics. Sorry you're late. I was just wrapping up here. I gotta go soon, but I'll give you the grand tour really quickly. It's just these are the main show here. This eucalyptus, which is just totally nuts. Look at these beautiful trees. Is that amazing or what? And these things just look flawless in this middle of winter. Crazy. I think these are my guess is that these are neglected, but I'm not quite sure. And then obviously we have a cinerea over here, but just gorgeous. All right, man. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. And sorry, this is a quick live stream. I got to wrap it up here, but I hope to stream next weekend or the following weekend. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. And I always appreciate every last one of you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. For making it all possible and for watching my videos and liking the content and everything, because you know, I just try to show you guys, you know, what I like to say is I just do the filming, the plants do the talking, and they really do. I mean, these eucalyptus are just incredible, and we can grow some pretty amazing stuff here at DC despite the cold, and it is cold right now, but these things thrive. All right, folks, enjoy. Thanks for watching.